bends on bends on bends on bends. Hey, so what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate y'all for hanging out again, as always. So yeah, I was showing all those bents, all of these bents. This is only 4. I got a total of, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14 of them, and that was enough. I'm putting together this trestle bridge to get my MMR. For those that don't know, MMR stands for Model Master Railroader, and it's part of the NMRA achievement program. And you have to build so many structures and so many box cars, rolling stock, and all that stuff for model trains. The Trestle Bridge is part of the structure part. So I got most of the structures done, but the bridge was probably my last piece that I need to do. So once I do that, I have judges come over, they look at all the stuff and make sure that it's scratch built and highly detailed and all that stuff like that. In this video, I'm just showing how I started the process. So I had to make a jig and get all that laid out. I had to find plans for the trestle bridge. And yeah, it's just been a journey with this bridge. I love the way it's turning out. And yeah, if you haven't, real quick, subscribe, like, comment, and share if you want to. Share the video, share it wherever you want. I don't care if you share it on a dog and cats page, a hot rod page. Anyway, just share it. You ain't got to do all that. Share the page. I appreciate it. It helps me out here on YouTube, as most other YouTubers. So yeah, without further ado, let me just show kind of what I've been doing with this trestle bridge so far and how I got to this part. And this will probably be just part 1. I'll have other parts, maybe 2 more videos, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, part 1, enjoy. I'll be back, and just watch the video. Hey, what's going on? So this is a trestle bridge that I've starting to work on here for my MMR, and that was the Stencil Plans that I found online. And what I'm doing here is I'm just tracing them out on the front of just some random scrap piece of, I want to say this is balsa wood. It's a pretty thick piece of wood scrap that I had. And what I did is I sized using the HO scale ruler, and I sized out the these bents, or what they're called, is what I'm making this jig for. And I scribbled on the back of this template here and used it as a carbon paper, right? So you scribble on the back and then you just trace the front of it, and it'll leave the impression on the balsa wood there. And just grabbed my ruler and, you know, just started going back and forth over each line to make it transfer as best as possible. It actually came out pretty decent, so I was pretty pleased with it. But yeah, this is for the MMR, which is the Master Model Railroader AP achievement program for the NMRA. And yeah, here it is. It's like I said, you can see where I scribbled on the back of that paper, and here's what the transfer. Really nice. I was really pleased with how it turned out so far. And so here I'm putting the braces on, and I'm just using, again, more scrap wood. I did go out and buy wood, and I'll leave the description of the sizes that I used. But I did use scrap wood for this, and like I said, I'll put the sizes below, because when I was looking at other people how they were doing this, they didn't have the exact sizes. You know, they were like, yeah, do this, and I'm sure you can get away with, you know, a little smaller, a little bigger, but no one explained it like in great detail of how they even made the jig. So hopefully this will help a little more. And kind of what I'm doing here is I got this stencil on the board. Now I'm placing the braces that will hold the bigger post in place. And I think in a clip coming up here in a minute, I got them staggered. So I used canopy glue to hold these braces down where I got my finger now. And I will put one on one side at the top, one on the other side in the middle, and then another one on the back on the opposite side towards the bottom. And that kind of held the bigger post beams in place once I started really assembling these bents together. And here I'm kind of just cleaning up some of the little bit of glue that was oozed out, and then I'll put my 1, 2, 3 blocks on there. And yeah, this is how it turned out. This is the jig so far. Like I said, there's the stop up top, and then my braces on each of the I guess rows or cross beams, I think that's what they are. But here you can see how I was explaining that they're staggered, and then so I'll slide a beam or post in, and it locks it in, if you will. I didn't want to use too many braces to crowd the stencil, and I wouldn't be able to see kind of what I was doing. But yeah, it held really well. Opposite sides add some strength to the brace itself. And then here I'm just laying in the rest of the posts within their respective braces. And yeah, you know, at the top where that stop is, you'll have to cut the very two end ones on an angle. But then you'll see at the bottom here, I don't do it in this video at all because I totally forgot, but when you cut the bottom straight, it automatically creates your straight angle for the base, or where it's going to sit on the floor or concrete base or something. But you'll want to cut the top, the two on each end at that angle. As it goes up to the top, it creates a degree. I don't know what that degree is, honestly. I just eyeballed it and used my razor. But that's what you want to do. And here I'm just kind of sanding off those little fuzzies and all that stuff. And next I am laying down the cross beams, or the ties, or whatever these things are called. I know they're, one part of them is called the cross beam, but then excuse me, I'm not sure if these are cross beams as well, but they're crossing over something, so we'll just call them cross beams. And you can see I lined it up to, again, the template that's under there. And with my pencil, I am just putting little ticks under those cross beams. And what that is doing is helping me, so when I take those off to glue these cross beams in place, I'll know that's kind of where I need to put the little glue dabs of what I'll be using to secure those beams and cross ties and all that stuff. And yeah, I just used wood glue. I figure it was a little bit stronger than the canopy glue, and I know, you know, there's going to be expensive trains running across this thing, so I definitely wanted to, you know, be as strong as possible. I think in some of these I added, not here, but in a couple other places I used super glue as well. And yeah, I'm just using little dabs. Sometimes I'll use a toothpick, but I think these needed just a little bit more glue. But then again, some of that glue is oozing out, so I got a scrap piece of the wood, and as you can see, I'm just cleaning it. Nothing scientific here. I will say, once, you know, I've done maybe one or two of them, you kind of start getting into like this rhythm, if you will, or kind of a groove. You know, things just, you start getting these I guess rhythm. You start just getting this pattern of, okay, boop 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 boop, you know, one done. Then you know, take it out of the jig, flip it over, do the same thing on the other side, and then, you know, you put 5 new posts in, then you start it over again. And after a while it becomes, you know, obviously repetitive, but there's some weird satisfaction in it. And here I'm just sanding the bottom and the tops of the bents to make sure everything is even, you know, when it stands up and when the track is laid on top of there. And here I'm just adding dabs of glue again, because I'm putting on the bottom and the top seal plates, if you will. And here's where I was saying I use super glue too. But just adding seal plates to the tops and bottoms, so when that bottom part goes onto a piece of concrete or something, that's the what do you call that? Like the I'm drawing a blank right now, but it's the pressure treated lumber is what I was thinking of, that will go at the bottom, and this is a pressure treated piece of lumber that'll go on top, and there's seals. So and yeah, I'm just cleaning off my finger, and you know, that is me building bents and building that jig. And there's the stacks of them now to stain and do all the other stuff. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Okay, so that is part 1 of this trestle bridge. Again, here's some bigger ones that I got, and I got some medium-sized ones. It's just a fun project to do. Once you get that jig started and made, and then you kind of just get into a repetitive type of zen, if you will. And it's pretty cool. I like putting it together. There's a few more things I gotta do before I can actually start stacking them or placing them for the train part and the rails and all that stuff up top. But overall, it's a fun piece. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe this can be under a how-to video as well. So yeah, share it if you want to. Gotta thank my Patreon folks as always. Those are some great folks, showing all the love and support that they do. Yeah, and I think that's it. Just a quick video, kind of show you what is happening. And yeah, if you want, just check out this next video. I always get that confused. Anyway, check out the next video. Stay a while, look at some other videos, and I'll see y'all on the next one.